Ahoy there! Let's set sail into the untold naval battles of the Franco-Prussian War and discover the sea's best-kept secrets. The Franco-Prussian War, one of the most pivotal conflicts of the 19th century, is often remembered for its brutal battles on the European continent. But did you know it also had a surprising impact on Southeast Asia? Let's dive into this unexpected twist in history. The war's effects on colonial dynamics and local politics in Southeast Asia were like a soap opera with ships and cannons. As the war raged on, European powers like Britain, France and Germany began to shift their focus towards the region, eyeing its rich resources and strategic ports like kids in a candy store. This led to a complex web of alliances and rivalries between colonial powers as well as local dynasties and empires, all trying to outdo each other in a game of who's the boss. The war's outcome would ultimately determine which powers would gain control over the region's lucrative trade routes and natural resources, like a high-stakes game of Monopoly. Meanwhile, local politics in Southeast Asia were thrown into chaos as various factions and dynasties vied for power, turning the region into a real-life Game of Thrones, minus the dragons. The war's geopolitical shifts were nothing short of seismic, with colonial powers like France and Germany playing a high-stakes game of musical chairs with territories. The war marked a turning point in the scramble for Southeast Asia, as European powers began to carve up the region like a Thanksgiving turkey. As the war drew to a close, local responses to the conflict ranged from outright resistance to clever diplomacy, as Southeast Asian leaders sought to exploit the rivalries between colonial powers to their advantage. One notable example was the Kingdom of Siam, which managed to navigate the treacherous waters of European politics like a seasoned sailor, emerging largely intact, while its neighbors were sliced and diced into colonial territories. One key moment that really shook things up in Southeast Asia was the signing of the Treaty of Berlin in 1871. Talk about a game changer. This treaty was like the ultimate dibs call, marking a significant shift in the balance of power in the region. The provisions of the treaty basically turned Southeast Asia into a giant game of risk for European powers, paving the way for the colonization of much of the region. After the treaty, there was a mad dash of diplomatic activity as European powers scrambled like kids in a candy store to secure their claims to the region's territories and resources. This period saw the rise of new colonial powers like Germany, which decided it was time to join the party and make its mark on the region. Meanwhile, local leaders had to get creative, using clever diplomacy and strategic alliances to navigate this new reality and preserve their independence. Talk about thinking on your feet. The Franco-Prussian War's impact on Southeast Asia was nothing short of profound, like a surprise party that no one wanted but everyone had to attend, setting the stage for a century of colonial rule, because who doesn't love a long, awkward family reunion, and shaping the region's modern landscape, like an artist with a very peculiar sense of humor. In conclusion, the war's effects on Southeast Asia were far-reaching and complex, much like trying to assemble flat-pack furniture without the instructions, with lasting implications for the region's politics, economy and culture. And that's no joke. Thanks for watching. So, what do you think was the most significant impact of the Franco-Prussian War on Southeast Asia? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't be shy, we promise not to start another war over it. And if you're interested in learning more about historical conflicts, be sure to check out our video on the little-known naval battles of World War I. It's a blast from the past, literally.